Okay, this is part one of the Sherri Shenanigans because a lot of you reached out to me asking for deets and DL on Sherri Papini, especially following where I left the story off after I talked about the breakup and cheating and the temporary restraining order. So, of course, the crazy didn't stop there. First of all, I got contacted by this person on Reddit, SolidSilent, but I ignored them the first time they reached out because I had my own Sherri shit to deal with. I wasn't interested in anybody else's. Not long after that, I got a phone call from someone who had a totally different number than SolidSilent and turned out to be a totally different girl. She said she had been friends with Sherri for a while, but she could no longer be her friend because Sherri, according to her, had transferred all of her crazy obsession and hatred of Keith onto me, and that she was now spending 95% of her day online trying to discredit me using various aliases and alternate accounts. She was actively trying to have me arrested. She was trying to figure out ways to have my child taken away from me. She and Phony had interfered with our ability to get food stamps and supposedly had also interfered with jobs I had started and then lost very quickly because, according to this friend, they reached out to these places and told them I was a thief and whatnot. I didn't know what to do with this information except add it to the bunny boiling insanity I had come to expect. So I said thank you. I hung up, and I think I mentioned it in an online comment, which opened up a whole new can of worms because Phony and Sherri saw the comment and went after the original girl, SolidSilent, and accused her of being the one to call me. She then reached out to me again saying, oh my gosh, I'm being attacked by, Sherri and her team. And could you tell them it wasn't me who called you? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to get involved in this. And plus, I don't know if it was you or not. All I can say is it was a different phone number than the one you provided. And she goes, oh, well, if you let me call you, I have a really distinct accent and you'll know it wasn't me who spoke to you. And I'm like, okay, fine. So she calls me, and sure enough, she has a really strong regional accent. And the story she goes on to tell is jaw-dropping. So she says that she's been supporting Sherri since Sherri was in prison. When she first saw a documentary or a film on her, thought there might be more to the story, and also thought this girl was really hot. So she reached out, and from that day on, they had a correspondence, and she supported Sherri financially while Sherri strung her along emotionally. And basically, she was the secret girlfriend bankrolling Sherri's entire existence long into Phony's existence as well. So she was bankrolling both of their lives, paying their rent, giving, her spending money. All the while, Sherri's telling her friends, oh, this crazy lesbian stalker is bothering me. And then telling the crazy lesbian stalker, supposedly, that she loves her, and one day, when the world is much nicer and can accept their relationship, then they'll be together. Basically just stringing her along, and shitting on her behind her back. Sound familiar? So the cool thing is, this girl has receipts. I mean, everything from the letters they were sending back and forth, to texts, to actual receipts of money sent, to financial documents related to buying the house and cashing out her 401k for them. She can back up the story she told, and we'll get into that in the next posting.